Myoho Renge Kyo. Namo Myoho Renge Kyo, Namo Myoho Renge Kyo, Namo Myoho Renge Kyo. Hi friends, how are you doing? I hope you're doing good, healthy, safe. Thank you for your practice. Thanks for being here. Namo Myoho Renge Kyo. Today we're going to talk about outflows. I think the old Pali term is asvara. Outflows is an early a word we find in earlier translations, not so much in the Lotus Sutra. It depends on the translations you read, but outflows comes up a lot in our Bodhisattva progress throughout the teachings of Buddhism, right? Of course, as Nichiren Buddhists, Lotus Sutra Buddhism, we just chant. That does all of these miscellaneous steps that earlier teachings of Buddhism recognize as the slow development of Bodhisattva. But we do it instantly, right? Because Namo Myoho Renge Kyo is our Namu, our presence and engagement with the opening of the eye, the Gohonzon. And that opened eye exposes us, experience to Buddha-ness, or the Tathagata of the cosmos. So, outflows. Asrava. I said it incorrectly. Asrava. There's a few descriptions here, and then I'll get into my 2 cents. First, asrava, or asrava, Pali asava, and I believe that's Tibetan is zagpa, Chinese lo, is translated as contaminants, or outflows, or taints. Okay, I hear the laughter, etc. These are unwholesome mental factors that prevent one from attaining Buddhahood and keep one bound to samsara. So you could say that outflows are attachments. Why? Because the mind is spending its energy craving and clinging. You see how those are outflows? And our mind is so busy doing those outflows that it doesn't allow for the penetration, the absorption of experience as it truly is, Buddhahood. Make sense now? Another definition, a comprehensive manual of Abhidharma, earlier teachings from the early traditions. 1, there are 4 taints. 1, the taint of sensual desire, or you could say stains, yeah? Or tints. 2nd, the taint of attachment to existence, the taint of wrong views, the taint of ignorance. Again, it's the samsaric mind attaching itself to all manner of distinctions, right? Identification is an outflow. It's funny because we think of identification as self-reflective, but the reflection, our mind spending inordinate amount of time, all of its time, identifying against this background of thingness, craving, and clinging. The word asava means literally that which flows out. In other words, you're spewing out energy and you're not allowing energy to feed back in. Your illusion is that it is, but you are not. In Pali, the word denotes both pus oozing from an abscess and intoxicants which have been fermented for a long time. So intoxicants, again, people ask me about, smoking marijuana or beer or whatever, any manner. Shakyamuni was very clear on this. It's very simple. Anything that clouds the mind, period, is an outflow. The defilements classified as taints are called asava, because they are similar to oozing pus and to fermented intoxicants. The commentaries state that the asavas are also so called because they flow right up to the topmost plane of existence, or because they flow up to change of lineage, gotravu. And third of the four taints, the taint of sensual desire and the taint of attachment to existence, the bodily attachment, are both modes of the cetasika, greed, or lobha, directed in the one case to sense pleasure, in the other to continued existence. The taint of wrong view is identified as the cetasika, or wrong view ditti, and the taint of ignorance as the cetasika delusion moha. All right, enough of old language and thinking. In modern Lotus Sutra Buddhism, Shakyamuni through Nichiren would equate the outflows as not completely dissimilar to the Chinese idea of qi or chi, depending on how you spell it, as in the section on attachment in the parent, see above definition. The difference from attachment, like the taints enumerated above, in contrast to sensations of love and compassion, there is a flow of energy. That's what I've been saying. The effort and mental energies dedicated to clinging, craving, and attachments like desires, quote unquote, represent a flow of energies radiating outward toward the object of one's desire. This is a direct depletion of our internal cultivation of energy for enlightenment and categorized simply as outflows, whereas love and compassion are a cultivation of energy, expanding experience, and influence of the engine of life. It may seem obvious now, and just to state it explicitly, ceasing outflows is an early conception of ceasing cravings and clinging, as in the third of the Four Noble Truths. And that's it. So, for all those times you've read outflows in your practice, from reading Perfection of Wisdom to the Avatamsaka, wherever you've encountered translations that use outflows, simply understand it as a waste of your time. And that waste of time is the samsaric monkey mind constantly distracting and pulling you to put energy there. Think about it as energy. You're a bag of energy. And what we do with each breath, Namo Myoho Renge Kyo, Namo Myoho Renge Kyo, Namo Myoho Renge Kyo, right? We replenish that energy. If you're a martial artist, Tai Chi, right? And then the cleansing chi, right? We're moving energy. That's what we are. We're momentum, instantiating, moment to moment to moment, countless energies to be, right? And so in order to continue to be, we have to continue to replenish that energy. Well, if your mind is spending all of its time throwing that energy away on stuff that's an illusion, how are you living your life to the full? Right? Namo Myoho Renge Kyo. I hope that makes sense. If you have questions about this, of course, use the comments. I welcome them. Let's shake this out and know what we're doing, yeah? Thank you for your practice. Thank you for your support, right? Links below, you know what to do with them. Whether it's liking and subscribing or purchasing or just being a patron. Patrons on Patreon, PayPal. Couldn't keep doing this without your support. So thank you so much. Namo Myoho Renge Kyo. Take care of your health. Keep your practice strong. Savor it. Take your time. and really, really know the value of each character of your daimoku, yeah? I have little cheat sheets and presentations on threefoldlotus.com you can download to remind yourself, to give you clues, presents at the Butsudan, all sorts of ways for you to get your mind settled on single-mindedly instantiating Buddha. Nothing else matters. Everything else is samsara. All right. Bye for now.